Panevini with Lunka, Panevini met Dislunka. Goede beerper Lunka de stalen, wie sie kassen duren. Dan die diesen, waar Bruna stad hal. Oh, na iskele wat fal. Ano, haller, na dream is vizia, 4 minutes.
So, Daniel Kaufman,
yeah,
you are a member of Endangered, New York.
Honorary member, maybe.
You are one member,
yeah.
And you make the promotion of the breton language here.
I'm the founder of an organization specifically for endangered languages, and Charles came to us. He read about us, and since then, over maybe 3 years ago, we formed a friendship, and so the Breton people are very concerned about their language, and we work with all different communities in New York City to promote endangered languages, among which we can count Breton. And so whenever we have events, we invite Charles and others to talk about the state of the language, and occasionally we have Breton people come from France to present things about the language. We helped put on a presentation by El Losek and some people from the Diwan bilingual school. And so we took the chance to actually interview those people in Breton.
Okay, so did you learn Breton yourself?
Not yet, I'm
Not
trying.
Yet.
It's a slow process.
So you are interested by the Celt languages?
Yeah, I mean, we're really primarily interested in helping any community who wants to promote their language, their endangered language, right? But sure, I do have an interest in the Celtic languages, and there are speakers, of course, in New York also of Irish and Welsh. And
when I was in Canada 15 years ago,
mm-hmm.
there was a university in Halifax. And I thought they were specialized in Celt language. Did you heard about that?
In Halifax?
In Halifax, yeah.
No.
And because it's Nova Scotia,
mm-hmm.
and probably because it's Nova Scotia, it's a Celt name. There was a university. Is the Breton and the Breton culture and interest American people here, or is it difficult?
I don't think people really know what Breton culture is here, and so that's the struggle of this organization, and especially Charles. He's always working to promote Breton culture in New York, and just to tell people that there is this Celtic nation within France, and they have their own language and their own history and all of this, and so. It's only really through Charles and this organization that people know what Bretons are.
And why American people want to know about Breton languages?
Well, I think people are curious, and when people think about Celtic people, they think about Ireland, and so
yes.
They're surprised to discover that the Celtic people were actually all throughout Europe at one point before the Romans came. They were, in Spain and France and all over. So it's interesting for people to know, especially there's so many Irish people and so many people with Celtic heritage in New York.
What do you think if Breton people want to promote our language? What do you think they had to do to make movies, to make?
I think they've already taken the most important step, which is to create a bilingual school. And so nothing is more important than that. And they've been doing it now for 30, 40 years already. And so in that sense, they're many steps ahead of most other groups in similar situations. But they have a good model just across the river.
The river, yes, to see in Ireland.
In Wales especially.
In Wales, perhaps, yes.
Yeah, so the Welsh are really one of the success stories of a language that came back from the brink of extinction almost, and now it's everywhere. It's in the school system, it's on the radio, it's on television. In the case of Breton, from what I understand, there are bilingual schools, but it hasn't really permeated, TV and radio to the extent it could. Although there is Breton a little bit on TV and radio.
In 2012, you made some activities with the Breton?
We had a lot of collaboration between our organization, Endangered Language Alliance, and the Breton New York. We had Hervé Losec, who they invited to talk about his work, his caricatures, and his new book. We had an event in the main public library here dedicated to endangered languages, where we had a Celtic panel, and Charles represented the Bretons, and we had a representative from Welsh and from Irish, and they all spoke about the situation of the language today and what's being done to bring it back. And we had two guests from Brittany, Roseanne Millin, who used to work in the Breton TV.
Yes, TV Braise.
Yeah, TV
yes.
Braise. So she came here, and we interviewed her in Breton.
Okay.
That was great. And also we had one of the founders of the Diwan Bilingual School, Fabienne Jeffrey, I believe her name is. And she gave a little Breton lesson to the people here. So it was a nice event. We had a lot of people from the organization who wanted to learn Breton, and also a lot of other people who are just interested in Celtic culture, and Irish people and other people, and they got a chance for the first time to hear the language and to actually try and speak it a little bit. And she was a great teacher. She teaches through acting, and so she was on stage and telling stories in Breton, and people were repeating after her. It was really nice. So those were some of the events that we did in 2012. Maybe there was one or two others.
And what this year, what you preview in the beginning of the year, of course, because the year is not finished.
Yeah, we're actually that was all 2012. For this year, 2013, we're actually trying to have Breton lessons.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the objective for this year.
Yeah, for this year. Yeah.
And so you give a message for Breton people who want to come here.
Yeah.
And if they want to,
they can come to
make
New York to learn Breton.
A meeting in Breton, you are okay to for that.
My if any Breton people want to come to New York to learn Breton, they're most welcome. We'll be doing it through Skype. Charles has gotten Fabienne, one of the founders of Diwan, to agree to teach through Skype. So we'll be hopefully doing that sometime soon.
Daniel, thank you very much.
Sure.